coming to you from Australia, it's Idiot Box Radio. Please welcome the hardest working Type 2 diabetic in podcasting. It's Idiot Box Radio with your host, Tori.
Hey there guys, welcome to the show. It's Idiot Box Radio. My name's Tori, 49, man of action, painting pictures, salting fruit, and getting to the motherfucking point. Today's movie review is the new Resident Evil movie. It is called Welcome to Raccoon City, and I think it failed. I'm giving it 4 out of 10, 4.5 out of 10 if I'm being generous. And I'll tell you why, of course, because I want to justify why I'm doing things the way I'm doing them and throwing them to you in cold, hard facts and knowledge. First things first, let's get it out of the way. Whoever made this movie really did think about it. I will give them that. It was just poorly executed with sometimes hokey character holes or plot development point holes, shitty CGI, really, to be honest, considering this is Resident fucking Evil. Get the shit right. 9 movies have come before this one, and this is meant to be the reboot. Look, the fact that they tried to pull stuff from games 1 and 2 was commendable. It was just very badly done. Some of the character choices, the actors playing the roles was a bit off. Not that it has to be perfect, but when you're giving them the names of the characters in the fucking video game, then you do have a obligation to make them look like the fucking video game characters in as much as you could. It was as though there was some sort of massive mix-up, like the character who plays Wesker. If you play the game, you know he's one of the big bad guys. Then you would then go on to say, okay, this guy should have been Chris. There's Chris and Claire Redfield there in it. You've got some of the things in there, like the truck hurtling towards the city, as per Resident Evil 2. The CGI in the games is so much better than the CGI in the movie, and Resident Evil has done 2 or 3 really good quality CGI movies that shit all over this thing. There's some of the monster development, even though we know what they're meant to look like, they didn't do it properly. There were holes in plot and holes in just general development of characters and what they would have been like. There was some crappy green screen that really stood out, you know, and I mean, this franchise has got money to throw at it. It's not an independent film, yet it was developed like one. I mean, you know, my green screen is crap. It fails me constantly, but I'm a guy doing a podcast, not a probably billion-dollar studio putting together a Resident Evil movie. The fans deserved more. You first-time Resident Evil watchers, you might have liked this more than we did, but even you guys would have seen at the end that the CGI was crap and inconsistent, and I was genuinely disappointed with it. By all means, watch it. I feel burnt having paid $29 for the Blu-ray. I actually feel ripped off. I wish I'd paid the $13 to see it at the cinema, because I never would have bought it afterwards. But it's in my Resident Evil collection. I've got it. You know, I've got the other movies. At this point, I almost wish that Mila was back in it. She was kicking ass. I mean, she was carrying the franchise toward the end. They'd sort of gone away from the game aesthetic. But as Resi movies, the previous stuff was good. The worst thing is the shit that they put on the covers. Like, it actually says the best Resident Evil movie. No, it's not. It's probably the truest to try to stay within the confines of the game. And it did nicely recreate some of the game sequences, including Easter eggs. I must admit, there was a sequence there that involves a piano. That's in the game, and it's really neat. They didn't even have to put it in. Beautiful nod. Thank you for that. The rest of the movie, though, fucking hell, you could have done better. I know there'll be a sequel. There should be a sequel, and I hope you guys really pick up the game. But at the end of the day, the stories from Resident Evil 1, the story from Resident Evil 2 were done perfectly. I tell you what, make them into screenplays and just let the actors work off that script, because they're done perfectly and they're so good. 4.5 to 4.5. I was about to say 5. I can't do it. It's not good enough. It got reviewed higher than that by people probably a lot more knowledgeable than myself. But as someone who loves horror movies and loves the zombie genre in particular, I thought that this was badly done. All right. See you next time. Bye.